I just watched the 100th episode of Kingfisher. I settled in with the mindset of, alright, surprise me, and got up feeling like I'd been potted on the head, then tied up and placed next to Ferret in a freezer. Because this finale isn't just an episode, it's what happens when the writers lock themselves in a room, eat a cake laced with valerian, argue about who had a tougher childhood, and decide, let's throw everything in at once. Let's start with the flash forward. 4 years later, just like that. No warnings, no explanations, no choices. The transition between episodes feels like a leap from life to rebirth. Oops, and everyone has kids now. Ferret and Seren have Duru, while Suna and Abedin have Haticho. Everyone has blossomed, looks younger, and walks around so pleased as if they have stable ratings and no toxic relatives to deal with. But you know what's missing? Seran's pregnancy. Are you serious? We, the viewers, deserved at least one shot of her cradling her belly while Ferret looks at her like she's a saint. Instead, we jump straight to the child. Hello, Duru. It's a shame we didn't get to see how you came into the world. But fine, let's not nitpick. There's love, children, family photos, Aunt Carrot, that's a masterpiece, and even Kazim, for once, decided not to trigger an aggression episode and gifted his daughter some red markers. Just like in the best novels, reconciliation through stationery. Teshko calls Seren mom, and I melted a little. Everything was so sweet that for a moment I thought, could this really be a happy ending? But Kingfisher says, you relaxed? That was a mistake. The kids disappear. Suddenly, Duru was there. Now she's gone. Hatice was there. Now she's gone too. The gas crew was there, and they vanished into thin air. It's as if a portal to a parallel universe opened in the mansion where only the rules of absurdity apply. And the Korhans are like, oh, it got quiet. Maybe we should check on the kids. Nope. They urgently need to take another memorable photo. Of course, priorities. Seiran is crying. Suna is in a panic. Ferit is running around, doing what he always does. Everything at the wrong time. He ignored the prosecutor all day, and now he's calling him as if it's an emergency hotline. And what does he find out? Karam, an old acquaintance from the past, has quietly stepped out of the shadows, under house arrest. Abedin immediately insists it's him and rushes to the house where, theoretically, answers should be. But there are no answers, only chaos, confusion, and the feeling that the script was written in a hurry. Then Safet appears in the footage from the cameras, and it feels like a Turkish true detective. Seyran appeals to logic. The prosecutor is torn between accusations, while the viewers are desperately searching for a calming pill. They seem to find suspects, they seem to conduct interrogations. But what's the point? Tarek is married, respectable, with a son. Of course, every villain always has a perfect cover. The finale of the first part is just the tip of the Turkish iceberg. A guy calls and demands 20 million. My daughter is in your basement, but I'm just an anonymous extortionist. All would be well, but Suna takes the bait. She goes to the meeting, alone, without any backup, as if she's about to buy a nice dress, not save a child. Fortunately, she is rescued by the girls, the female squad of logic. And then, sudden joy. Hatties has escaped, on her own. The little genius ran away. But Duru remains in the basement. Ferret, upon learning the location of his daughter, rushes to save her but gets hit on the head with a pipe. Yes, a pipe. The writers clearly wanted to symbolically strike at the viewer's logic, and they did it literally. The second part is no longer a series, it's a Turkish Fargo. Farid is taken to a freezer, tied up, secured to a metal shelf, and left there. Meanwhile, Tariq, without flinching, declares, "You're a bad father." That's the whole motivation. He risks everything for this, even his family, just to insult Korhan to his face and turn him into a block of ice. The finale of the episode is cold in every sense, both in temperature and in mood. Farid freezes, reminiscing about happy moments, and we're left with the question, was that the ending or a script sabotage? Because if that's a happy ending, then I have a cold attitude toward it. And yet, despite the absurdity, the excess, the logic gone haywire, and the drama in three layers, I watched it all with my mouth agape. Because Kingfisher is not just a series, it's a national emotional trial. We've endured betrayals, generational trauma, grandfatherly dictatorship, and Ferret's freezing. We deserve a medal for endurance, but we keep watching. Because where else will we be so thrown out of our comfort zone? If you feel cheated, you're not alone. If you're still waiting for the continuation, welcome to the club. And if you want even more irony, analysis, bitter laughter, and sweet rage, subscribe to the channel. Because here, we don't just discuss series, we live them. And by the way, let us know, if Ferret does thaw out, does he deserve a second chance at being a good father?